Zhao Lusi's comment about Esther Yu's controversy sparks Weibo frenzy. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into one of the hottest, most trending topics on Chinese social media right now. You've probably already seen the headlines flying everywhere, but trust me, the story runs deeper than just a viral clip. So what happened? Well, Zhao Lusi, also known as Rosie Zhao, casually dropped a remark during her recent live stream that instantly set Weibo on fire. At first, it seemed harmless, almost like she was just making a passing comment while practicing for her driving theory test. But the internet quickly turned it into a full-blown storm, and the center of the controversy, none other than Esther Yu. Now, before we dive into the layers of this situation, let me just say this. Make sure you stay with me until the end because I'll be breaking down not just what was said, but also the background, the fan wars, the role of the agencies, and why this one single comment reflects something much bigger happening in the Chinese entertainment industry right now. So here's the scene. Zhao Lusi was casually live streaming, interacting with fans, and practicing for her. That's the written driving theory test, the first exam you need to pass to get your license in China. As she's going through the questions, she comes across something about reversing on the highway, and then, with a little laugh, she says, "I know this one, because previously there was an artist." She stops. She doesn't finish the sentence. She doesn't drop a name. She doesn't explain further. It's just one of those offhand comments that celebrities sometimes make without realizing how the audience might take it. But of course, the internet remembers everything. And immediately, fans connected the dots back to January 2024, when a car carrying Esther Yu was spotted reversing on the emergency lane of Beijing's Fifth Ring Road. The traffic authorities even issued a public warning about it at the time. Although Esther wasn't the one driving, the incident was splashed all over the news, and people still remember it. So naturally, when Zhao Lusi said an artist who reversed on the highway, fans immediately thought she was throwing shade at Esther Yu. Let's rewind for a second. In early 2024, Yu was caught in this minor but very public scandal. A car carrying her was filmed reversing in the emergency lane, which is a huge traffic violation. The video circulated, traffic authorities confirmed the violation, and the internet went wild. Her team quickly released a statement clarifying that Yu wasn't driving the car. She was just a passenger. It was her driver who made the mistake. But of course, when you're a celebrity, even if you're not directly responsible, your name gets dragged into the headlines. The public reaction was mixed. Some said she shouldn't be blamed, she wasn't behind the wheel. Others argued celebrities have a responsibility to set an example, and her team needs to manage these situations better. Either way, it was one of those news cycles that made a lot of noise for a few days and then faded into the background. Within hours, phrases like Zhao Lusi driving test, Zhao Lusi Esther Yu, and highway reversing incident were trending. Esther Yu's fans were furious. They accused Zhao Lusi of being unprofessional, insensitive, and deliberately dragging up old scandals to distract from her own issues. On top of that, she faced backlash for her so-called fake farmer aid livestream, where some people claimed she was only pretending to help farmers. So when she made the comment about reversing on the highway, people immediately tied it back to all the negativity already surrounding her. Esther Yu's fans jumped on it, saying she was trying to deflect attention from her own controversies by throwing shade at others. And that's how this small comment snowballed into a massive issue. Of course, it didn't stop at fan wars. Esther Yu's team actually issued a statement. They criticized Zhao Lusi's remark, saying it could fuel online bullying. They also suggested it was a cheap attempt to distract the public from Zhao Lusi's own problems. Now think about that. A top actress's team releasing an official statement because of one vague comment on a live stream. That shows just how tense the industry is right now. This isn't just about Esther, Yu, or Zhao Lusi. This is about agencies protecting their artists' reputations. Because one scandal, one rumor, one wrong move can change everything in a competitive market like Chinese entertainment. If you're familiar with CN fandoms, you already know how intense things get. Fans are incredibly protective of their idols, and they will go to war online at the slightest provocation. In this case, Zhao Lusi's fans insisted she didn't mean anything harmful. They said she was simply practicing her driving test and joking around. Esther Yu's fans, on the other hand, felt attacked and believed that even without naming her, Zhao's words clearly referenced that specific incident. Both sides flooded Weibo with posts, arguments, and counterarguments. Hashtags trended for days. Neutral netizens got dragged in, some mocking the whole situation, others pointing out how fragile celebrity reputations really are. It became less about the actual comment and more about fandom pride. Who could defend their idol better? Who could trend more hashtags? Who could spin the narrative in their favor? Now let's zoom out. Why does this matter so much? Because it shows how unstable the entertainment industry can be. One casual comment can spark a media frenzy. It also highlights the power of fandom culture. Fans aren't just supporters anymore. They're active players in shaping a celebrity's public image. They trend hashtags, defend their idols, attack rival fans, and sometimes even influence how agencies respond. And then there's the issue of pressure on celebrities themselves. Zhao Lusi has been dealing with her agency drama, career setbacks, and constant public scrutiny. Esther Yu is building a steady career, but still has to deal with old incidents, being dragged back into the spotlight. So what happens now? For Zhao Lusi, this incident adds another layer of controversy to her already complicated career situation. She may need to clarify or issue her own statement if the backlash grows. For Esther Yu, this is both a headache and an opportunity. On one hand, her name is back in the headlines for a scandal she thought was over. On the other hand, it shows her team is strong and protective, which could earn her sympathy points from fans. Zhao Lusi probably didn't mean to stir up trouble. Esther Yu probably didn't want to be dragged back into this mess. But the internet doesn't care. The internet amplifies everything. And as we've seen time and time again, when fandoms clash, when agencies release statements, when hashtags explode, the whole industry feels the ripple effects. So here's the big question for you guys. Was Zhao Lusi wrong to make that comment? Or are people just reading too much into it? Was Esther Yu's team right to respond, or did they overreact? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because I really want to hear what you think. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, because we've got more deep dives into the hottest CN drama coming your way.